enthusiasm in the studios with him. Sanjiv, hi, good morning. Picture perfect, I guess. The GIFT Nifty is indicating an 800-point gap up start.
Yes, good morning, Aisha. We live in strange times. Till Thursday, Friday, the pessimism was overdone. I had given a rough estimate. Okay, by 23,300 on 4th is coming. Now, God has been kind and it is it's exceeded that. So yes, the bears will be scampering, but the ones who have been watching the ET now will be laughing their way to the bank, and rightly so. Stay invested in India. It's in a bull market. This will only reinforce the left out feeling, which is humongous.
Yeah, absolutely. But Sanjeev, for those who didn't go fully invested into the event, I guess now is too late to get in, right? Or do you think now is as good a time as any?
I say it depends on your horizon. If you are a very, very short-term trader, then obviously there is no room for comfort. But if you are looking at the slightly longer term, you've got five things going. Rainfall is expected to be very, very robust. Your GDP numbers are good. Your macros are doing well. Oil is at a 3-month low. US bond yields have fallen. And fifthly, your demographic premium is just about starting up. So I think there is still a lot of room on sectors which have been ignored. And that is where you should be looking for real wealth creators, which may have languished because of the momentum trade. Maybe the momentum trade does not take off the way it is envisaged because already those values. So you have to choose and pick your stocks and be more confident. But at least the uncertainty is out. Now, whether you buy today at 23,800 and see a 700-800 point correction during the month, that is very much on. But at least start to increase your exposure to equity, because there may be no big opportunities until the budget.
Absolutely, and there's no way to participate in this mega bull run than being fully invested. Sanjeev, give us those 4-5 stock ideas that you just flagged off that viewers can look at from a medium to long term.
Yeah, so firstly, I fully agree with Kunal. I think Aircon and some of the, but I'm not as bullish on defense and this thing because the valuations are high. I'm looking at infrastructure, a stock called HCC. I'm very bullish on that. My two favorites, India Bull Real Estate and Vodafone, will open gap up, and those are the stocks. But on value picks, I'm very bullish on Wipro, and I reiterate, this will be the star of 2024 as far as IT goes. Secondly, we are looking at hardly any optimism on the insurance players. As falling yields and gross net value additions come, I think HDFC Life, SBI Life, and New India Assurance. New India Assurance has been our third pick, which has been we think these stocks are extremely valuable at these prices. You can't but make money. And lastly, I would say small banks like RBL Bank, which I think is now going to be taking off from here on the back of credit expansion and their very good mix of credit liability ratios. These are few of the names. But like I said, the real momentum is in GMR, Vodafone, and India Bull Real Estate. Don't wait for too much long to get into these stocks and add these quality stocks which we told you. Wipro, the HDFC twins, that is HDFC Bank, HDFC Life, and New India Assurance. That can be a dark horse.
Great. Got a whole host of top recommendations that Sanjiv Bhasin is recommending. Those stocks that you can buy on a 5% fall, the likes of IBREL, all of them making the list. But, Sanjiv, I'm curious to get in your take on some of the most owned FII stocks, for instance, an Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, or ICICI Bank. Given the kind of exposure that we have, this is within the BSE 200. What would your outlook be on how some of these large cap private banks have performed and now what the road ahead looks like?
Yeah, good morning, Awan. I think they are rightly poised now to take off because they have languished despite coming out with stellar earnings. And you must remember, their cost of deposit is much lower than other, PSU banks. Plus, if there is any untowardness going forward, the NPS will rise on those banks. So I am very bullish on HDFC, ICICI, and Axis, even Kotak. But I said the dark horse over there will be RBL. This is the time private large cap banks should outperform for the rest of the year. So we have an overweight on these private large cap banks.
Okay, thank you for taking time out and joining in. It's been great having you on board, Sanjiv.